Welcome to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast, your guide in the race to financial freedom through real estate investing and sound financial practices. This podcast is for anyone interested in learning more about real estate investing, personal finances, and a new take on traditional retirement. Now, here are your hosts, Larry Fierro and Mike Moe.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Mike Moe, one of your hosts of the Real Estate Marathon Podcast, here for your Monday morning motivation edition, where we follow up on the previous episode's call to action. We hit you with a little quick motivation for Monday morning, and then we tee up the coming episode that should be launching in a few days here to kind of get you guys ready and prepared for that. Here to help me with that is my good buddy Larry Fierro. What's up, man?
Not much, Mike. How's everything going for you, my friend?
Just fantastic, sir. I'm excited to kind of follow up on the last episode. It was a fun one, wasn't it?
It was a really good episode. And, I'm excited about Monday morning. This is my week. I own this week. I'm going to take possession of it, and we're going to run with it.
Heck yeah. And what better way to start it off with a little Monday morning motivation? Absolutely.
So we just got done talking in our last episode about networking and getting out there to meet people. So I believe our call to action was to find a meetup and schedule the meetup, or getting out there and we're going to be checking on people to see if they've done that and follow up. And if you have not done it, we need to motivate you to get out there and do that.
Yeah, specifically, we wanted to go on meetup.com, find a local real estate investor meetup, and register for an event. That doesn't mean within the last 2 days, we'd expect you to go to an event unless you're just ambitious ones just happen to pop up on that Friday or Saturday. But make sure that you register an event. So get on there, put your seat, reserve your seat. Some of them $1 a seat for some of these local events. Most of them are free, but just get on there, reserve your seat, put it in your calendar, and make sure that you got one in the next couple of weeks. If you're in some tiny small town like you, Larry, we said that might be more like 3 or 4 weeks, because maybe there's only 1 or 2 meetups and maybe they're only monthly. The point is to take the action right now, get on the apps, use your resources, stop being lazy. You know that stuff is out there. Just get out there and do it. Reserve your seat and make sure that you time block that and get that on your calendar.
Yeah, I think it's important that you pause this right now if you haven't and get that scheduled, because you won't regret it once you get out there and start attending some of these meetups and get your name out there, your face out there, let people know that you're a real estate investor. Good things are going to start happening for you. We guarantee it.
Yeah, unless you're driving, then don't pause it and find a meetup. Wait till you've reached your destination.
Absolutely,
and
do
then
it safely.
Find your meetup.
Do it safely.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not recommending that you do it while you're driving.
Yeah. So that's the call to action from our previous episode. If you haven't done that, like we just said, get on it. It's all about just committing and taking that first step and locking that in. Get it on the calendar, and make sure that you're committing to that. So, Larry, it's Monday morning. Hit me with the motivation, man.
Well, my motivation is going back to a show that I was actually watched and participated in. It was the 10X Growth Con by Grant Cardone, and there was a speaker there named Andy Frisella. Andy has a podcast called the MFCEO Project, and he's started the Arete Syndicate with Ed Milet. So he told a story that really resonated well with me, and what his story was is basically how you do one thing is how you do everything. And he was telling a story where he was at the actual conference and he went into the bathroom to use the bathroom, and there was some paper towels on the floor, and he picked up the paper towels, and apparently one of his friends was in the bathroom, and the friend asked him, he's like, Andy, you're a multimillionaire. Why are you picking up paper towels on the bathroom floor? And he said, it's because as soon as the person dropped the paper towel on the floor, he made it my problem, and I'm not going to leave it for the next person to take care of. So he said, the only thing I can tell you is the one thing I know about the person that left that paper towel on the floor is that guy's broke, or he's just broke, because if he does, that's exactly what he said. He said that guy right there that left
I think he said effing broke.
He did, but we're a clean podcast, and I wanted to make sure that
we're friendly here.
Exactly. So, but he said I can't. The only thing I can really tell you about that person is that they're broke, because if that's how they do one thing, that's how they do everything. And if you're just gonna leave a paper towel on the floor, leave your situation shoddy at best, that's how you're going to run your life. And that's not a good way to go.
Man, I think that's so important too, because we always hear these things. People say like, I'm going to wait until I get to this next level and then I'll start doing this. I'll wait till I get that job and then I'll start really performing. I'll wait till I make that extra 100,000 and then I'll donate to whatever cause. Well, that's usually not the case. And usually you're not going to get there because of that attitude. You can start acting and carrying yourself in a way that you're happy with right now. Like, you don't have to be a millionaire to donate. You can just donate a smaller amount that makes sense for where you're at. You don't have to wait until you get that next job to start being an all-star employee. You should start doing that now. And that is how you are going to get that next job. It's just, I think people just wait for these events and there's just these, I'll wait then and then I'll be happy. Well, be happy now, and do these things now. Like, you shouldn't be waiting for these trigger points to be a good person, right? Like, you should just start doing this now. And honestly, I got to tell you, you told me this story a few weeks ago, and it's kind of stuck with me, man. Like, these random little teeny things that I see that sometimes maybe I would let pass by, or I would kind of go over as a minor detail. I've stuck with me, man. I've thought about that at those I won't call them turning points, but I could go the easy way or I could go the way I know it's right. And it's definitely made a difference.
Yeah, being right isn't always, and it's usually not the easiest route. So, just do the right thing and lead your life like that, and good things will start happening for you. You got to make sure that you do it correctly. It's so important. Just so important. You got to run everything the right way. Yeah. So
no cutting, no shortcuts.
No shortcuts. Nope.
No shortcuts.
So,
all right.
And then previewing the next episode, what do we got coming up, Mike? We've got evaluating rental properties.
Yeah, we're diving into the analysis of an actual rental property. So we are the Real Estate Marathon Podcast. We talk a lot about financial independence and a lot of sound financial practices. Lately, we've been on the real estate trend, covering the basics on how to do markets, how to network, how to talk to your agents. And now we're going to dive into analyzing a property, the nuts and bolts of real estate investing. And I'm super excited. As you know, we take this a little bit as in a phased approach, and this is going to be the overview. And then the following episodes to get really deep on the different aspects of it. But yeah, we're hitting the analysis hard, and it's going to be great talking about how to analyze a rental property.
Very exciting. You're going to know pretty much at the end of this how to evaluate the property and make sure that it's a win-win situation for you.
Heck yeah. And just like anything, you're not going to listen to a 45-minute podcast and be an expert at it, but this is going to give you the tools and the confidence to get started. And then, as you know, Larry, the first one you underwrite probably is garbage. The second one you underwrite probably is a little bit better. And then after you're at 100 of them, you know what you're doing. So it's just like anything. This is going to give you the tools to get started and the knowledge to get started, but it's getting those reps in, it's getting that repetition and that fine tuning that skill over a period of time that's going to get you there. So pretty excited to get this one out.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm excited too. And one of the things, just going back to that story real quick, the MFCEO project is a podcast that is on the same servers that we are, and I've listened to all of them, and Andy Frisella's got a lot of great advice. I think we should recommend that people go and check that out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
So, all right. Well, that's everything I've got. How about you, Mike?
That's it, man. All right. So thank you guys for tuning into another episode of the Real Estate Marathon Podcast. We'll catch you next time.
Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast. If you found value in any of the content from this show, consider supporting us in the following ways. Subscribe to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast. Leave a rating and review. Continue the conversation with like-minded individuals on social media by heading over to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast Facebook group, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Real Estate Marathon Podcast.